game is about Shohei Ohtani. I mean, he's a marvel, right? So we know he's starting on the mound. We know he's starting and leading off at DH. What are you expecting from him?
I'm expecting a big show from him. I mean, the thing is, fellas, he's such a unique and historic talent that he makes all-star clubhouse rosters stop and watch what he's doing. I mean, he is the Grom on the mound. He hits home runs like Big Papi. And the truth is, he's the fastest guy on that Angels roster. Yeah. I got to tell you, you mentioned in the green room, Kevin, this guy's even good looking. He has charisma. He's got poise. Papi, I've never seen anything like this in my time.
I totally agree with you. Shohei Ohtani might be, guys, we play in the big league for a long time, and we know what it takes to have a routine as a position player and as a pitcher. And this guy is dealing with both of them. This might be one in our lifetime thing that we get to experience. A guy that can do both, pitch and go deep.
That's respected. We might be looking at the greatest talent we've ever seen on the baseball field. But for me, watching this guy over the last couple of years, I want to see him hit every day. Forget the pitching, because the numbers are astronomical. This guy's hitting 33 home runs and 70 RBIs at the break and pitching every fifth day. That's like the greatest short-term memory I've ever seen in my life. So for him, he's going to have a long career, but I think I would, as a betting man, I would put him in right field every day because, like Alex said, he's one of the fastest guys on the roster, and let him play the outfield and let him relax a little bit during the week.
You know, John Smoltz would fight you on that, too, but
yes, I heard about that because it's the ultimate short-term memory thing, and he doesn't have time to think between pitching and hitting, and it works for him. But on a long-term basis, we're talking 20 years with this guy maybe, I like to sit and play the outfield every day.
And Papi, Kevin, just so you get an idea of how difficult what this young man is doing is, I couldn't do what he was doing at Westminster Christian, where your son goes to school now. I couldn't do that in Little League or high school. He's making Major League Baseball look like a joke. The guy is phenomenal, once-in-a-lifetime guy.
Yeah, we're kind of, you always say, okay, well, Babe Ruth. But really, if you go back to Babe Ruth's seasons, there was essentially one where he was a full-time pitcher and a hitter. You know, this is an anomaly. And the number, Frank, he's got 33 bombs and 70 RBIs at the break. I mean, that's a
and he's pitching those other days. He's got to focus on pitching. Think about this. He's in a home run derby. He's got 12 stolen bases. You know, this is something I've never seen, and I respect the guy. He's one of the greatest talents I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to give him his respect. I like to see him stay healthy for 15 to 20 years so we can marvel at this guy. That's why I want him to hit every day.
Guys, I was part of 10 All-Star games. And to be honest with you, this is one of the most special All-Star games because of him.
Yeah.
This guy throw 100 miles an hour, Frank. I don't know how you can put a guy that throw 100 miles an hour. Okay, you're not going to pitch anymore. You're only going to hit. I understand the 33 bombs, the 70 RBIs, but he throw 100 miles an hour with 3 different other pitches, and that's why he's dominating so much.
Yeah, it's amazing. Shohei Ohtani, he'll be on full display. And by the way, he's in the home run derby tonight as well. So Fernando Tatis Jr., and look, it's a theme here, right? We got Vlad Guerrero Jr., players who have fathers who know the game, who have played in the game, and Fernando Tatis is one of them. His father did some great things in the game. And he was asked in his briefing with the press a little bit ago about that relationship and how his dad feels watching him here today.
It was so happy for me. We were talking about all the hard work we have put in, how far we have come, and being over here celebrating together. It's going to be an experience that we're gonna have for the rest of our life. And now I can talk a little bit to him that I have one All-Star, he doesn't.
A lot of people are calling you the face of baseball. Do you embrace that? Do you want to be the face of baseball?
I do embrace it. You know, it's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. But, you know, at the end of the day, people are going to say what they say, but, you know, I'm just the same kid on the field trying to have fun. You know, this game is really hard, and at the end of the day, that's the thing that matters.
Well, he may end up doing a lot of things that his dad didn't do. His dad was a good player, but he doesn't have 2 Grand Slams in hitting yet, so, you know, that may be soon to come. Here's this. Most home runs by the All-Star break, age 22 or younger. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. this year, Fernando Tatis Jr., 28, Johnny Bench in 1970, also at 28, and then a man by the name of Alex Rodriguez at 27. So the face of baseball is something that we throw around a lot, right? We're always looking for that, you know, that cover guy. And, you know, because I think baseball needs it, to be quite honest. Is Fernando Tatis now that guy at age 22, Papi?
Without a doubt. I mean, this guy, to me, is the full package. I have a conversation with him the other day. I always go back and forth with him and his dad. And we were talking about how he can continue, stay on the lineup without injury. I mean, this kid, when somebody hit a ground ball friends to first base, he want to go and cut it. That's the type of energy he has. But to be honest with you, his charisma is part of what making the face of baseball besides being a hell of a baseball player. This guy Everybody want to watch him play. Everybody want to watch Tatis Jr. doing what he's do on the field, and that's why I think he's the face of baseball.
I'm just going to keep it honest, and everything you say is actual fact. But this day and age of Major League Baseball, I can't give the face to one guy. We got Ohtani, we got Trout, we got Acuna, we got Vlad Jr. We're in another period of time that we have an incredible cast of characters. So for baseball, let's have 5 faces of the game, not one, because it's a respect thing. It's a thing you have to go out every day and just promote this game. So let's not put that pressure on one guy. Let's have 5 guys doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to split the baby a little bit. I agree with both of them. I think he is one of the faces and soon will be the single face of baseball. Look, he's 22 years old. He's a transcendent athlete. And, you know, some old schoolers may think, you know what? I don't appreciate all the swagger, but what they have to know, if you know Tatis the way we do, it comes from pure joy. If the point and the goal of baseball is to grow the game globally and make it more modern and make it more fun and show off athleticism, this guy's your guy. And get this, you've never had a player since 1938 lead Major League Baseball with home runs and stolen base. Tatis is an opportunity this year.
Listen, I'll say this. What's going on in San Diego, look, they've put a nice roster together clearly, right? They've spent some money. That's part of it. They've drafted well. But the thing is, if you look at those games this year, the way they're playing, it's a college football game atmosphere at Padres games this year. You know, the swag chain that they have going, this whole atmosphere, you talked about that being part of it. It's all because of him. I know they have great players. I know they have Machado and Hosmer and Grisham and, you know, stars, Yu Darvish. But it's him. He's created that entire atmosphere in San Diego.
Kevin, I hate to give you this example, but I'm going to do it anyways. It reminds me of this guy in 04 with the Red Sox. And he brought, you know what? I don't care about the big brother Yankees. San Diego's doing the same thing about the Dodgers. Now, here's a team that's played .350 baseball against the Dodgers. Well, this year, over the last decade, this year, they've won 7 in a row. And that fear is over. You brought that to the Red Sox. Tatis is bringing this to the Padres against the Dodgers.
Rich.
That's interesting.
I like it. But I'm telling you right now, Shohei's going nowhere. Mike Trout's going nowhere. Ronald Acuna's going nowhere. And Vlad Jr. has a chance of being a Triple Crown winner this year at 22 years old. So watch out. Let's promote the game with all these stars and not just one.
And Soto.
I love it.
Don't forget Soto.
Oh, yeah, and Soto, too. I mean, we're in a time that we got great superstars again in this league. Let's promote them all. Let's grow this game globally.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I think we could all agree in terms of young stars.
Yes, he's phenomenal.
It's as good this year as it's ever been. Is that fair?
I've never seen Papi Frank. I'd love to hear what you guys. I've never seen young talent like we have today. And not only are they good and talented, but they're good young men, and they were raised the right way. Major League Baseball has a tremendous opportunity over the next 5 years to promote these young players.
And good looking.
Preach.
Sexy.
Papi signing people to modeling contracts, apparently.
Do you even know what happens when you pack a bunch of all-stars into Coors Field? Roger, Denver, we got a problem.
Sir?
All I'm saying is the scoreboard guy is going to get a workout, and I am here for that.